Okay, so my mic's been off. That's fine. That's fine. That's okay. I actually wasn't really saying anything anyway. Oh, it has been a day. I took the day off. My stomach wasn't feeling very good. And just kind of had a... I just felt icky. Didn't have a fever or anything, but I did not want to... If I was feeling sick, I didn't want to bring it to work. So... But, yeah, no, I've not been in the greatest of moods. Not that I've been, like, upset or anything. Just kind of blah. Really wish we get more merchants here, so that I could, do something. What are you doing? Where? Okay. Actually, okay, good. Make sure that wasn't. Huh. Oh. Huh. 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 But yeah, now I've done some work. The little market area. I've got 3 stalls here. These are also kind of merchant stalls, mostly for like goods and stuff. With the traditional ones that you see here, I'm gonna put some stalls like these over here, under this area here. So this is gonna be the market area. What I may do is extend the shop out. Oh. Alright, come on. Yes. Hi. Need to cover that, actually. But I need to use... Yeah, no. I'm just gonna... There. Yeah, for now. I may extend, like, do an opening here, under the stairs here, and then maybe wall off some area over here and add on to the town from there. Still working on the castle. I think that looks really nice. But just slowly build, and I think what I'll do is try to do some building this way. And what I may do here is take these out and put up just a wall like this all the way through on the inside instead of the stone like that. But like for here, I don't want anybody getting out and then falling off the edge here. So, and there's Green Grace. Right. I've integrated some of the brick this way. Oh man, I still haven't put... Dang it. Do I have any... I've got some stairs. Let's do that. Goodness. To here. It's kind of dark over here. But, some rooms. I think I will just end up making this kind of a, not necessarily a castle, but I think I will turn this into a, I think I've mentioned this. Turn it into a library. Like a school, maybe? Where you at, Chuckles? I didn't need to do that. Pisses me off. Cool. Loom. Beds. Meow. Slow modifications. Everybody in bed there. 2 beds. Bed. Nice. Wait. Diamonds here. Okay. Nobody's stuck in there. That's good. That's the main concern. They're idiots. Nice. And this place is pretty much done. Though I still haven't done anything with the downstairs area. Still a work in progress. With I found a box that had some stuff in it, which is kind of cool to get some decent hardware. But a couple things anyway. Anybody in here? Nope, nobody in here. And nobody in here. Okay, cool. Nice. And diamonds go in here. And that. I don't know where my emeralds went. That bothers me a little bit. Yeah, it was nice to get some of those. I can't get any wood out of them. If I found a trader that had seeds other than that, it would be great. Nope. Nope. Still not done. Okay, put you up. Keep the fish. Wait. Oh, there's one right there. Get some of those. Going through all my boxes to look for. No. Okay, well. Nothing in there, nothing in there, and now we got that. There they are. Here. Okay, we'll go back this way. Try to consolidate some of this stuff. Wait, there we go. Why are neither of you the alchemist or whatever? That kind of pisses me off a little bit. Spent the extra time. Oh, man. Arms hurt. Oh, my shoulders. Alright, so 16 emeralds. Okay. I can find an empty bed. First, need to check. Nope. Okay, cool. Meow. Nope. Was it? Yeah, I need to make a few more covers so people aren't falling into. Oh, nice. I say that, and then boom, boom. Do I need a bed in there? Yeah, so I need some more beds, but not right now. I mean, there's a lot of beds. So, all right. So where are you, Chuckles? I'm gonna get rid of these. There you are. Hey, baby. What's up, dude? Cleric, yes. Okay, so just the one emerald. Okay. I could put them in here, I guess. I'm gonna stock them, but why do that? I need to get my boat out and put it over here. I think that would be great. What? Oh, it's because there's peoples. I still have the iron on me too. Make a bunch of copper stuff at some point to get rid of some of this copper. It's another husk. Which, I mean, if I come across it, or if I make another saddle, I should be able to make another saddle. I just need to come up with another place for the husk. Because this one's been just kind of chilling near the other area. I actually thought about putting a few houses out there. I've got potatoes, carrots, and wheat. Though I need to put in some more wheat. And no more carrots. That's fine. You know, I think actually. Oh, dang it! See, okay, I got into something about that. There. That will be a lot easier to deal with, I think. There. So that I can go up. There. Potatoes. Oh, gratification. Potatoes. That. Some more of the wood planks that I got from the bad guys. Let's do some more arrows. Just make a whole bunch of armor since I need to wear it. Arrows, add to my arrows, and get rid of that. And there we go. I need to get rid of some of this other stuff, so I don't need... made some extra buckets. Don't need that for now. Sticks, good. Wood. I don't really need that, but yes. And yeah, there we go. I have to get some more sand. Wait, do I have any sand over here? No. Okay, that's fine. I just got finished watching a horror K-drama called I think it's If Wishes Could Kill, or A Wish Could Kill. It's on Netflix. It's actually pretty good, and it looks like they're setting up for a sequel, so I'll have to give that a shot. That seems kind of neat. It was a very interesting premise. You get like stuff when it comes to like horror. It's nice to have oh, okay, well then I'll just do this. It's nice to have a good horror, you know, but with like, it's one thing that I've noticed with like when it comes to like romances in like Korean, or not comparing, saying that they're necessarily always compared, but like Korean and Japanese like love stories, like romances, there's usually like so many misunderstandings that it just makes it like, oh, you get anxiety from watching them try to meander this creative turmoil path of love, to which they are stuck in, and it's it gets a little much sometimes. So it's like I remember watching a lot of the older like manga. I mean, watching the old mangas and stuff where like Boys B and stuff like that. They're kind of ridiculous to a point. because you get kind of involved to a degree where it's just like, okay, this isn't this kind of misunderstanding is a bit ridiculous, but it furthers the plot, you know, and you just kind of keep reading to see how it's going to turn out because it's a freaking shit show. I'm doing all right. I said I just wasn't feeling good, and it was a rainy day. I woke up, my stomach was bothering me, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna go in. I feel blah. Yeah, my stomach really wasn't feeling really well. Because like saying that makes it sound like I was like, oh, I wasn't feeling well. Even if it's like a mental health day, still, I don't really worry about it as much as I guess one should. But I get a little exhausted sometimes. And it's been a little bit evident the past few days because I've just been kind of... I feel like I've been like a little bit of a roller coaster emotionally. Just with everything that's kind of gone on. And I'm doing better. But like with... like the house and everything and making sure everything's okay. You know, I've had like some friends with some stress stuff going on, and it's been like, okay, things are doing better, and it's just it's stressful, and I don't like being stressed. I mean, who does, right? But I'm also kind of like, okay, I don't need to put myself in a position to where other people's stress, and that's the same thing with work. I shouldn't put myself in a position where other people's stress is going to cause me to lose sleep. It doesn't affect me, or it shouldn't. Okay, that's not true. I do think that if you're like a good friend or family member, you should feel something if your friends and family are kind of not doing well, you know? I don't want to name particular topics, but I've had some friends that might with some financial issues that just kind of like, and health issues, where it's just kind of like, you're just so aggravated at the system that you just don't know really what else to do. And you just want to try to help it if you can, and it's just a bit crazy. Trying to think of a better way of explaining it, but just like with my financial issues with the house, like things are looking good. I mean, financially, I'm doing okay, but I'm like right there on the edge of what's normally okay for me. And I don't like that at all. I really am not a fan of that. I don't like not necessarily not being in control, but just not feeling like I've done my best. It's kind of like when you have family, like being the breadwinner in a way, and you come to find out you're like, okay, well, I'm not doing as well as I should have been doing, and I should be doing better. The animals are fed, you know. I've got AC, like the house is cool-ish, you know, it's fine. There are other things that I want to do, but I don't really want to mess it up just yet, you know? Like, there are things that I can do that I should do, but they're not things that I have to do. For one, I want to, like, personally, and this is not a need to, this is a want to. I want to increase my vinyl library a little bit more than it already is, because I want to get some more good music, and I want to have it playing in the house. I want to enjoy my house, you know, and everybody. I mean, it's not like I don't enjoy my house. but I've been really wanting to increase my library, as it were, and there are certain vinyls that I want, but they're not going to make me happy to have them. I don't have them, but they're always just one of those things that are there. I'm kind of like, I got my cart open, looking for the stuff that I like, and then like the cart gets so kind of like full, and it kind of makes the I think about the purchases after, like, not even making them, but I think about the purchases and I'm just like, I can't do that, and I second guess myself on priorities, and also whenever I get depressed, I shut down. Like, I have a art project that I'm working on. This is a personal thing, another painting, basically. Make it sound like a fucking class thing. Like, oh, I do this for school, but which is fine if you do it for school. But like I'm saying, it's like, for me, it's not something that I have to do, but it's something I started, and kind of halfway through doing it, for a second there, I thought that was my anyway. Halfway through it, I kind of thought, I really don't think I want to do it this way. But I feel like if I don't, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'd say that, and it sounds harsh, but not doing it the way that I was planning on doing it originally isn't that big of a deal. It's one of my paintings. I had decided to. I had this dream that I had where I was on the beach. I was much older, a little bit lighter, but not by much lighter. Wasn't like skinny or anything, but I was older, more frizzier hair, a little less up top, kind of thing. And I was in it seemed like I was on the beach. I was somewhere where there's a beach. And I was running this kind of a shop, sundries and stuff like that, snacks and hats and sandals and shirts and, little shop near the beach. And people came in and they would buy things like guitar picks, and I remember the big sign was like, but it was also, I also cut keys here. I had a key machine. It was in the corner near the window. There were a few keys on the wall in the corner, and I could see out onto the beach. Sorry. And I was wearing this tacky red and blue Hawaiian shirt, and the signage was kind of a dark red. It was storefront metal doors, but there was wood. It was a kind of a wood and metal building, and there was a small little parking lot. And I'm very sure that it was I know it was a lock shop, basically. But it wasn't like a lock shop. It was like services, like vehicle lockouts and just making copies of keys. That's all that was done. And of course, like I said, we sold shirts and snorkels and sex wax and for boards. For those of you who don't know what sex wax is, like, I fucking am I'm not an authority or anything. I was just saying that. It sounded so cocky. But yeah, and it was interesting, and so I've painted out this picture. It's a road. There's a caution walk sign. There's a building with a red band, like, border for the ceiling, and a little parking lot, and then you see the beach behind it, and you have clouds, and you have the birds. But I haven't done the front of the building. the windows and the front door with the open sign and everything, and standing out in front of it, scratching my chin, was going to have a picture of me, but an older me version. Because I got depressed about just tons of stuff going on in my life. And I shut down. I decided, I'm not going to do that. And I don't mean like not going to do the painting, but I'm not going to do putting me as the subject. I kind of thought about doing let's see. I thought about what was it? Characters from cartoons or something, just to make it seem interesting. Because I didn't want to lose my interest in the painting, because it's a beautiful painting. Like, so far, it's gorgeous, but it's also like, okay, I need to oh, hello. Oh, that's interesting. Finding caves. Yay. More. Must not be nighttime. Ah! Bastards. Die. Got it? Okay. Was not expecting to just walk around that corner like that. That means an Enderman's been down here. Huh. That is very bright. That's gotta be the... Huh. Okay. Well. I mean... Anyway. Whatever. I got distracted. I was saying something. Get rid of the gravel. Don't need the gravel. I can't remember what I was talking about now. That kind of got into my brain there. This is very important. I was talking about something important. Just in general. Oh! Why are you two there? Kissing? So what the? That's right, bitches. Huh. You guys suck. Like, legitimately. Why? See, that's another thing that bothers me. It's like, that's what you're born, that you live that way, and like, you're gonna die that way, all because I got nearby? That's... Ah! Nope! Stop! You... Jerk. Also, what did I do to these guys? Like, why do the skeletons feel it's necessary to attack me? Like, what the did I do, you know? Like, I don't... Ah, no, 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 nope, nope. Ah, dang it. Fuck. Oh, that's fun. I hate that so much. I should have tapped that bed that I was on in that spot. I'm totally lost now. I can't remember what I was saying. And I was talking about like just life stuff and finances and doing better and trying to maintain the whole concept of shutting down whenever I get depressed with the paint. Oh, the painting. I think it was the painting I was talking about. Yeah. Basically trying to do something with it. And I've thought of several different things to try. There's another husk. It didn't leave and vanish and get stuck at... I hope it didn't despawn my stuff. I will be so really annoyed. Wait. No, hold on. Yeah, okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah, yeah, I wanted to add different types of characters to the painting. And I've thought about doing different things, like other people on vacation. I have from my cruise fam, one of my cruise fam they have a bar that they made, and their mother had mentioned, oh good, it didn't despawn, awesome. Their mom had said that they needed a painting for their that their daughter needed a painting, really is what they said. For their new bar, and that I should think about maybe if I wanted to draw something, like paint something, because that would go up in somebody's house and they would see it and other people would see it, and it would be like, hey, this is my cruise buddy's painting, and I thought about it and I was like, that could be kind of fun. I could do that. So, and of course we all like cruises, so the idea was that I would try to paint something, change the painting and make it something that could also be enjoyed by them too, and not, so I could basically find a different way to use the painting. Instead of trying to make it about me, I could make it about something else, and I could feel a little bit better about the painting, which I don't need to make it any better. I just need to do better because it's like making it about me. It's my painting and it is about me. It is like that is true. You know, I need to get over myself by making it myself when it's my painting, I guess, is what I'm getting at. And you just you know, accept the fact that I'm, you know, artistic. The whole selfishness of it, though, it's like there's so many different options, and I can either do this now or I can do something else, and yada yada, and you know, and I can always do it again later. And this can be just a learning thing, which is probably it's true. This is a learning process. Oh, this is a big room. I don't want anybody popping up in here. Oh, nice. There's a lot of dirt in here. You know, I got a lot of dirt on these people. You know. Oh wow, that's bone. Oh wow. Okay, that's interesting. I don't see that very often. Ooh. Okay. Huh. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Is that bone over there? No. No! Give me back my sword. Jesus. Okay. Cheeses. Different types of cheeses. And also, one thing that I have wanted to try to do is do a glass. It's kind of hard to do glass in a painting. The idea is to use a white on the background and create the visual. Yes. Well, I'm in tunnels right now. If I put in torches, I can come back, dig all the dirt out, and then take that back up, you know, up. That's currently what I'm doing, since I do now have... Ugh. Nope, don't like that. That made my toes curl. I don't like falling. Even in a game that's like there's... I realize you're gonna fall and you're gonna get, you know, hurt or whatever, but like falling in a game gives me like anxiety. Okay, being on the edge of anything in a game gives me a height, you know, a falling anxiety. Was I? Yeah, I think I was up here. Okay. Not what I was planning on doing, but that's fine. Why? let's go back up. So much dirt. Yep. Nice. A lot of dirt. Which is good. We can cover more ground. But yeah, no. With the vacation painting, I guess is. Am I pointing it? The dream painting. Okay. I just don't really feel like. I feel like I'm avoiding doing it because of the depression. And that's not what I need to be doing. I don't need to be avoiding doing the painting because of that. You know, if I'm going to avoid doing something, I'm going to do it because it's just crap, you know, or I'm having a bad day at the time, not, I'm depressed. Or I'm just feeling like a little useless and I need to big boy it up or something, I need to be a bit more. At least that's how I feel. And feelings are valid and everything, and totally for sure. Oh, shut up. Anyway. But yeah, and I don't like letting depression kind of take over, but then I spend so much time thinking about how it's taken over that it takes over. Just becomes a futile attempt at keeping myself from doing stuff. Where did you... He's just popping all around. I would go down there and put some more grass out, but there's freaking... This past weekend, I got really kind of burnt out. And I just kind of, it's like a lot of stuff was reaffirmed for me to a certain degree by people I know. And it became kind of just a repeat of my brain telling me that, you're great, you're awesome, you've got a lot of really good things going for you, but you're just not there. You're not there yet, and you need to not worry about what other people are thinking, because they're not you. They're not going through what you're going through. And you can have a lot of people who care about you and want to help, but you're the only one that can really take you out of your own situation. And you can't expect other people to do it for you. I mean, it is good to have a support system, but that support system is not going to be there all the time. And you know, I say you, I mean me, obviously. But and this is not. And then the thing is, this is not like, this is how my brain works. You know, for me, And just because this is how I feel about me doesn't mean that this is anybody is bound to, you know, my experiences. That's one of the things that aggravates me so much about like people with like who've had addiction problems. When they, you know, they didn't get the help that they needed, so they did it themselves. And I've talked about this before. Like people who have had addiction problems and have had issues before, suddenly having like other people coming in and going, you know, you just need some help, and telling other people they need help and everything, and it's just kind of like, and the people who have had issues are just like, you don't need any help. I had that happen to me when I was younger, and I didn't get any help, and I took care of myself. I was a big boy. I pulled up my own, and it's just like, okay, shut the fuck up. If there had been people and avenues there to help you that did help you, it would have made your struggle so much easier. And while I do believe a certain amount of struggle, I do believe in the builds character concept. It's like fighting your own battles, but some people can't. Some people just, I mean, like they have been, you know, they have been fighting their own battles, and it just isn't working. Like they need help, and I think that some people shouldn't have to battle. You know, there should be support, and you can do more than one thing. That's one of the things that aggravates me about when it comes to like cancer and something like research, and people are all like, well, you know, people are like, oh, we're doing all this for stomach cancer, and then somebody comes up and goes, well, what about this cancer? You know, you don't care about this, do you? And it's like, no, I care about that, but I'm focusing on this. It doesn't make any of the other cancers go away, but I'm trying to focus my concept like all cancer's bad. Except, you know, the people who are cancers. And sometimes even them, you know. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I don't have anything against people who are cancers in the astrological sense. Now, people who are cancers just in regular sense, yeah, you suck. But that doesn't take away from the legitimacy that cancers suck. All cancer sucks. But if you're trying to raise money for, you know, stomach cancer or colon cancer, you know, do it. You can still do that. It's the same thing that goes with them. I've talked about this before, and it's political. But the whole thing about helping others, you know, it's like, well, we should help others before we help ourselves. It's like, we can do both. We can literally do both. It's not one person handling stuff. It's literally like right now we have people doing tons of different jobs, and just because the one set of people are not focused on one thing, there's tons of people focused on one thing. And there can be tons of other people focused on other things. And you know what? We have the funds. When you can do a live stream and earn up to like $10 million for the homeless and everything, there's money there for other stuff too. It just needs to be earned. It's not like mandatory. But it needs to be found, and it needs to be like somebody needs to go, hey, we can do this. And when people just kind of shut down, oh God, now see, I'm going after myself now. That's the problem about talking about problems, is you always end up being like, getting to the point where you're like, well, why don't you just stop bitching about your problems and handle your shit too? Shut up. We're not talking about my problems. But like having assistance, having aid, is so it takes a community, like it takes a society to take care of itself, and like helping somebody else is fine. And you know what? Giving somebody else help when they could probably do it themselves, it's okay. You know, Same thing when it comes to like, and I've mentioned this is like people who come here from another country. Like you can take care of them and our people too. Because the fact is, we haven't been really taking care of each other, and the reason we haven't been taking care of our people isn't because money has been going somewhere else. It's because we're fucking apathetic to everyone in need. Unless that person is right in front of you, because then it's okay if they get help. Because I recognize them. I recognize that they need help. And since I recognize that they need help, it's okay. You know? So, but I hate doing politics. And I hate, it's, you know, I feel like I'm right in this, but I'm, you know, a lot of people don't. So, I'm not going to, I don't discuss this with other people. Mostly because it's just, it's a bit futile. Because I don't want to argue with people. But the lethargy you're talking about, I get. I feel that on a daily basis. It makes me not want to do things. And those things are things that are healthy for my body and mind. But honestly, okay, when it comes to the painting, I can do whatever I want with it. I can paint myself. I can paint my future self. I can paint my past self. I could paint anybody else. I could put in a fucking pina colada if I want, because you know what? I can always redo another painting. My brain just goes, well, if I don't do me, then I'm giving in to my depression and not letting myself do what I want to do. It's like, well, if I didn't want to do it, then I wouldn't do it, you know? But I'm going to spend like a month in my brain discussing like how I should or shouldn't do things, or why, or you know, it's just it's ridiculous. It's something I should tell my therapist if I had one, which is another thing I should be doing, or should be. I mean, I guess I should be doing. You know, therapy is important. I just don't. Just don't. There we go. Let's see. And nope. Let's see. That's a lot of dirt. Nice. Oop. Nope. Come on. Keep going. Here we go. That's why I made so many shovels. My brother gave me this pina colada, V8 like Bloody Mary drink. He loves Bloody Marys. I'm not as much of a fan of them. I don't dislike them. I guess it's the kind of same thing with like pina coladas. Like I like pina coladas. I could drink pina colada all the time if you know I had the liver for it. You know, I don't have any liver problems. I'm just saying. I would want something a little different every once in a while. But yeah, you know, like somebody says, "Hey, you want pina colada?" I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, I want a pina colada." So, and pina coladas aren't his thing, you know. So, it is what it is. But I do like me a pina colada. But he gave them to me because the particular one is one that his stomach can't easily handle. So I may be doing that one at some point when it comes to a drink review soon. So another adult beverage drink review, a big boy drink review, as it were. Why has it got to be a big boy? Why can't it be a big man? Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm going to take these back. Need to get my setup for my art stuff so that I can do my paintings in camera. No husk sounds? Interesting. Ah. Jesus. I know. Go away. What's up, Chuggles? Chimon! Get it! Come get some! That's right. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on. I haven't had anything else really happening lately, and I need to just go ahead and. I thought about actually just putting the painting aside. I could do that, and then just do another, or maybe like redo the same thing I did in this one. You know. Though, okay, so my idea for the other painting for my Cruise Buddies bar, because they need art for their bar, I was thinking about, see, we all go on these cruises together, and there's a bar on the Carnival cruise ships called the Alchemy Bar, and it is a really, really nice bar. The people there are very, 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 very chill, very, very cool. They're a little professional because they're doctors of alchemy, or rather, they're bartenders, but they make their own drinks. You tell them what you want, and they will make you something based off of the profile you give them, you know, the flavor profile, which is awesome. I think that's fun. And so you get your drinks, and your drinks are basically custom. And anyway, so it's made up more like alchemy, but it's kind of sciencey too, because they have like chemistry, molecular, uh, the tabled elements and stuff. That's kind of like their aesthetic, and so I thought about doing something in relation to that. In the painting that I wanted to do. Okay, so I have been paying, I'm making payments for my next cruise. I'm going to be going with my, I won't be going with Ammo. He's going on one in, like, later this month. But the rest of his fam is going on one in December. And they asked if I wanted to go. And the one in May was just too soon. I didn't want to go on the cruise and then not have it. Like, some of it, like, I'd like to have been paying on it beforehand, but since it was so soon, I would just have to, like, do it, and then, like, I would be making payments on that thing for a while I'm here. Like, does that make sense? I guess I wanted to get it paid off, or a lot paid down on it before I went on the cruise, instead of, like, doing the cruise and then owing money on it, if that makes sense. It's like making payments on it, on something I didn't already enjoy, or enjoying what it was and then paying it off. I don't know, it just, it was also really too soon, and then I had the stuff with the roof come through, and it was just, there's no way I would have been able. And since it just got closer, I couldn't make payments on it. And while I still could have gone on the one, it wouldn't have been with the whole cruise family. It would have just been him and his girlfriend and her family, because they were going on a cruise. And I don't know. It's not some. It's like, one, I don't know her very well. I also don't know her family, and it just, I haven't been through the year, and it just doesn't feel like I could handle going on the cruise just yet. I think the main idea is that, like, okay, if I go on the cruise, you know, that's fun and all, but, like, ugh, I don't know how to explain it. It has nothing to do with the other family or anything. It's mostly just to deal with it, like, all the stuff's going down, and all of a sudden I go on a cruise. Like, if I'm bitching about financial stuff, and all of a sudden in the same time I'm going on a cruise, it's kind of like complaining about, it's literally complaining about, you know, oh no, I don't have any money, you know, I can't pay my bills, but I'm going on a cruise. So that's kind of how I feel about it. And there's nothing wrong with going on a cruise. It's awesome to go and be able to go on it. But so my brain was just like, look, if it's not something you can afford now, even if you're just making payments on it, having that is just, it's a bit much. And you need to kind of pull the brakes a little bit and get something that you can afford financially, make payments on. Which is what I'm doing. But, yes, no, I have a 6-day in December that I'm going to go on. I know I put a lot of dirt down here as well. Also, you notice there's no fish. They don't really appear in the biome. I've noticed. I may have to cheat in that respect to get some fish. I don't know. I haven't quite decided on that yet. What are y'all doing? Y'all huddled up for a... Why y'all staring at me like that? Y'all are creeping me out. Ugh. Y'all are making babies at least. Alright. Yeah. I need more for windows. Por favor. Okay, here. Nope, let's do that. And nothing in there, so you get that. Yeah. Well, no, I think I said a lot of it had to do with the fact that here I was having this big, huge financial crisis, and I'm setting up for a cruise. You know, like it's paid for, or it's, you know, or really going on a cruise so soon. It's like, hey, I'm going, you know, I can't afford anything because I can't do stuff, but hey, I'm going on a cruise next week, you know, kind of thing, you know? This way, it's further on in the year. I've got time to get financially stable from all the issues, and I can just put it on kind of like a payments plan versus just making payments and then going immediately on one and then, you know. I'm more of a business before pleasure kind of guy in that respect, I guess, thinking about it. I want to move these guys to a larger pasture. I guess I could extend this out a little bit. Or I could move everybody. I don't know. Okay, so I don't know if anybody knows this, but there's a really good thing to do is like I put the border around here, but it's good to have like a shelter like this because on these spots the grass will grow, and then from there the grass will grow out. But the sheep eat the grass, and if there's only stone around it, it won't grow grass again. So if you leave a corner or a place like say like a light, and then a stack in the center. Oh, what? Oh, I'm going to eat. Okay. I thought I was being attacked. Grass will still grow in your area. I don't know if they talk about that. Or if anybody's ever seen that. What are y'all? There's nobody sleeping in here. It depends. Like with pina coladas, you can, depending on how you make them, you can't really taste the rum. But a lot of times you can, just a little bit, and that's fine. Like just doing a rum shot straight. Oh, give me a break. It's not something okay like an old rum though or Scotch. Ooh, I mean, there's some good Scotch out there. Burns and it's a kind of burn good, but no, I'm not really much of a martini fan or gin, like a gin and tonic. I'm not like my grandparents though. That was their poison, and they love the heck out of that. Never quite got into that myself. But no, I think fruity drinks do tend to kind of make it easier. It's kind of like screwdrivers. The orange and the citrus do really well. Like you can still taste the vodka, but a good screwdriver is going to be heavy on the alcohol, but it's not gonna make you kind of, you know. So I think the fruit kind of helps, for sure. And thinking about putting a house right there. And this, I think, is going to be an inner courtyard. Need to get a little overhang and then put a pillar like right here or here going up. Like, okay, for example, like wines. I drink that all day. Wines are good. I mean, to a certain point. There's some kind of wines that are, you know, but like this is not a fruit, but mead is awesome. Hi, sweetie. What you want? Meow. Sweet girl. Need to finish this and then open this up to everybody. Woo. I did get a lot of dirt. I will not lie. I did get a lot of dirt. That was nice. Let's see what we got over here. Yeah. That's going to be nice. What are you doing out here following me? Nope, I don't. Oh my God. Except to find one of them and get myself some more emeralds. I bet it matters much. I mean, freaking, I don't have any freaking merchants to buy them with. Let's see. Okay, well, let's. What's up, buddy? Oh. I want some. No, not you. Like somebody with a hat. Where are you? Where'd you go? You were following me, so. Was it you? No. Oh, I'll get some wool. There you are. Hey. Oh, I don't have all. I don't have any. That's so fucking annoying. Did I put any back here? No. Come on. Okay, so. If I can get carrots off of this person, this will work. I will give them probably another level Come on. Alright. They need a lot. There we go. Is that you? Yeah, it's you. Apprentice farmer. Where's the apothecary? I think I need 30. I figured I'd check though. No? No? You down here? There you are. Hello. Ah, 32. Dang it. Okay, I don't have enough. Sorry. What are you? Who are you? Oh, you're a mason. Oh, bricks. Let's see. Toolsmith. Oh, that's kind of nice. Potatoes and carrots. There's wool. Brown wool. Yeah. Like I don't really need any emeralds, but it's one of those things. It's a little weird there, buddy. Nope, wrong one. Farmer. I don't have any potatoes. Potatoes, as it were.